Hey guys, welcome back to Affordable. Now today I got a lot of different news for you guys. Some of them are really surprising. Like the most surprising one honestly is PSG again. Now I think that everybody thought that after they got Neymar, PSG was done with transfer this summer, but that does not seem to be happening. What seems to be even more surprising than that is that they're going after Mbappé. Now PSG was linked to Mbappé throughout the summer. That's obviously a player that they were looking at, but because they went out there and they got Neymar, everybody thought that obviously that transfer was not going to happen, and that does not seem to be true. PSG is going after Mbappé. Now the question is, can they even afford Mbappé? Now I told you guys that Monaco is looking for 200 million euros in order to let Mbappé go, but that would be insane if PSG can pay that 200 million euros for Mbappé, and on top of that they paid Neymar's transfer. That would be a total of over 400 million euros only in transfer. That's not even including bonus signings that they might give to their players or to their representatives, like what happened with Neymar. Reportedly Neymar got a 100 million euro bonus signings for signing with PSG, so they're probably gonna give Mbappé something close to that as well. At that point FIFA has to go after PSG. I mean, especially just to look at where the income is coming from. Honestly, I mean, PSG is not one of the most famous clubs in the world, so it's not like they can say like Barcelona or Real Madrid that have incomes of over 700 million euros per year. PSG is not at that level. The French league also doesn't help them. French league is not as famous as La Liga or the Premier League with Manchester United. So the question is really where that money is coming from. Now something that PSG can do is obviously sell some of their players in order to have an income that can obviously help them, and that is what it seems to be happening. Now there's two main players that PSG is trying to sell. One of them is Di Maria and the other one is Draxler. Now Di Maria is definitely a really good player. He will be a plus to whatever team he joins. The only problem that Di Maria has is his age. He's already 29, so I think that clubs will not be inclined to pay a big amount of money for someone that's already 29. I mean, they will do it for someone like Messi or Cristiano because they know that they're getting 5 years of the best players in the world. But with Di Maria, they're not getting that, so I think that they will be more inclined to pay less money for Di Maria, and obviously PSG wants to sell Di Maria for a good amount, maybe 70 million euros. I'll be surprised if they are able to sell him for that. It seems to be that really the big clubs are not after Di Maria. Barcelona has moved away from that. Same thing with Real Madrid. Obviously he left Real Madrid and not in the best conditions. Maybe they can find a team in the Italian league. I don't know, for some reason the Italian league seems to always lack older players, so maybe that is where they find him, but I would be surprised if someone's willing to pay 70 million for Di Maria. Now the other player is Draxler. Now Draxler is a bit different. I think that he was someone that had a lot of promise when he was young. When you saw him at 18, 19 years old, people kind of were comparing him to Messi or even Cristiano, saying that he's the next one, the next big player. But obviously he didn't pay up to his promise. He's not a bad player, but he's definitely not a superstar. He's still pretty young. He's only 23, so maybe he can improve. I don't think he's ever gonna reach his promise to be like the next Messi, but he can obviously be a solid player. Now he's getting linked to Barcelona. I'm not sure how much he will cost Barcelona. I mean, PSG paid less than a year ago 40 million euros for him, so I would say something around that, because it's not like he exploded in PSG. He had like I would say an average season, honestly even kind of a bad season I would say. He had 17 appearances and he only scored 4 goals, so that's definitely not impressive at all. Now I personally don't think that this is gonna happen. I feel like every player is just getting linked into Barcelona because the money that they got from Neymar, but Barcelona is already going after other players like Coutinho and Dybala and Dembele that I don't really see Draxler fitting in. Maybe he comes really cheap. Maybe like if they reduce his price to maybe 30 million euros, that is where Barcelona can say that might be just a way to make some money, where you get Draxler and then you honestly can maybe improve a little bit and then sell him again. He's definitely a young player, but I don't know, I just don't see Barcelona going after him. So that is where PSG is trying to get the money from Di Maria and from Draxler. If they ever to get maybe, I would say around 80 million euros for both of them, I think then that will make the Mbappé transfer even more realistic than what it is now. Now moving on to another story. Now there might be a player that might also be leaving Barcelona. In this case I'm talking about Sergi Roberto. Chelsea and Manchester United will be willing to pay the buyout clause of his contract that is set to 40 million euros. That is a great price for someone that can play in so many different positions, and also that is not a liability. So everything is up to Sergi Roberto whether he wants to leave Barcelona or he wants to stay. I think it might be difficult to convince him to leave Barcelona just because last year he had such a good year, and I think he convinced a lot of people that he's capable of playing in the team. He plays in so many different positions that I feel that Barcelona always sees Sergi Roberto as a plus. So definitely they're not going to be willing to sell, but obviously it's up to the player. Now let's talk about Dembele. Now Dembele has become one of the biggest targets that Barcelona had this summer. Obviously after Neymar left, they need someone in that position, and I think Dembele is close to be the same style of play as Neymar, so they're really interested in him. That being said, I think that Dortmund also has shown that they don't want to lose the player. Now this weekend Dortmund actually came out and put a price on Dembele, and the price that they're looking for is 110 million euros in order to let the player go. Now to me that seems insane, honestly. In the beginning of the summer you could have got Dembele for maybe 80 to even 70 million euros, and now they're raising the price to 110. I feel like that is insane. To me, I feel right now a lot of teams are raising the price on their players because basically it's Barcelona, and obviously they have a lot of money from the Neymar sell, but I feel like Barcelona should definitely not go after Dembele. If that's what they won, 110 million euros, I'm sorry, but Dembele is not worth that. He might be worth in the future, he might be like a superstar in the future, but you cannot pay him from what he's going to be. You gotta pay him from what he is now. And right now he's obviously a promise that can pay off in the future. It might become the next Neymar, but obviously he's not that yet. For that I maybe put 10 million euros more and go for Dybala. I feel like Dybala is someone that has proven already that he's obviously a solid player in Juventus. I think he was a big reason why they reached the Champions League finals last year. So I feel like he's a solid player that's already made. He obviously has more potential to become a superstar, but I think that he has proven a lot more than Dembele that he's obviously a good player. So that is a player that I would go for if I'm Barcelona, but that's obviously my opinion. Maybe Barcelona feels like Dembele is the next Neymar and they go out there and overpay for him. I would not be so surprised, honestly. With the way that things are going, everything seems to be costing a lot more money, but I don't know, I just feel like Dembele is definitely not worth 110 million euros. But that's all the news that I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please leave a like. If you guys subscribe to the channel, that means a lot to me. I hope you guys have a great day, guys. Take care, guys. Peace.